guys, these are my predictions for WrestleMania 38. WrestleMania is a 2-night event again this year, Saturday and Sunday. And looking through the card, doing the notes for the video, I don't think it's going to be a great WrestleMania, but it doesn't look bad. Like, it's definitely going to be probably a little better than decent, but like I said, not great. So, there's 7 segments on each night, and I'm going to go through them, giving my thoughts, opinions, and predictions. So, it's a lot to go through. Let's get started. So, on night 1, we got the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. I'm interested in this match. I think they're going to have a pretty good match. It's Becky and Bianca. I don't expect anything less than a good match. And I think to cap off this whole, is it 6 SummerSlam? This whole story since, Becky came back and won in 30 seconds. I think they're going to cap off the whole story with Bianca winning. And I saw Raw this past Monday. They started doing the whole hair thing. Becky threatened to cut Bianca's hair. And so I don't know if that's going to play into the match. But I think Bianca is going to win. Next, we got The Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. Now, I could care less about this match. I could care less about Logan Paul. I'm probably not gonna, pay attention to it. I think, the Mysterios are gonna win. I know people think Logan Paul because he's the celebrity, but we have another celebrity, 2 celebrities, technically, on the show, and they have a better chance of winning. So, I'm going to pick the Mysterios. Rey's on the cover of 2K22. Logan Paul is in the game, but I'm going to pick the Mysterios. Next, we got Seth Rollins versus a mystery opponent. This is probably what I'm interested in the most out of the whole night 1. And it's because who's the mystery guy? People are saying it's Cody Rhodes. It's heavily speculated. I don't know. It's hard to say because Seth Rollins has been losing all up to Mania. And if you bring Cody Rhodes back, he has to win, right? But, Seth Rollins, he can afford to lose, but, like I said, he's been losing all the way up to Mania. But then, if you bring Cody Rhodes in, and he loses, what does that say about how Vince thinks of Cody? You know what I mean? So, this is hard to pick. But, if it is Cody Rhodes, I'm going to pick him to win. Because like I said, Seth Rollins can afford to lose. I don't like it, but he can afford to. If it's Cody Rhodes. If not, I think Seth is going to win. I don't know. Next is Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. Another match I could care less about. This is 2 matches on this night that I don't care about. They're getting their interest on this night off of the mystery opponent and probably the KO show, which we'll talk about. But I don't care about this match. I'm going to pick Drew McIntyre. The Smackdown Tag Team titles. The Usos versus Nakamura and, Rick Boogs. I was going to do the thing with Rick Boogs' name, but I can't stop laughing every time I say Rick Boogs. I don't know why that's so funny, but the Usos versus Nakamura and Rick. Anyway, this is gonna be a good match. I feel like Nakamura and Rick is gonna pick up the win and become the new tag team champions. So I'm going with them. Alright, Nakamura and Rick Boogs. God, that was awful. Alright, SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. And I forgot to write that in my notes. It just says SmackDown's Women's Championship. But Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. The build to this match has been awful. I think Ronda, I don't want to say she's awful, but she's been awkward with her promos. And I don't know. I don't want her to win. I think Charlotte is gonna retain. I mean, I'm already predicting, is it 2? Nakamura and Bianca. I'm already predicting 2 title changes on this night. So, I'm going to pick Charlotte to retain. I think it's going to be a good match because Charlotte's in this. She's great. Ronda, she's okay. She can follow along. But I think Charlotte's going to retain. And next we got Stone Cold Steve Austin on the KO show. This is probably the second most interesting thing on this card. I think people are more interested in the mystery opponent if it's Cody Rhodes. But I don't know what to expect from this other than Stone Cold coming out and kicking Kevin Owens' ass. People were speculating that this is going to be a match. All the headlines they wrote. Austin comes out of retirement from 19 years to fight KO. It's not a match. It's a segment. And like I said, I see Stone Cold coming out and kicking Kevin Owens' ass. He's gonna kick his ass, hit him with a stunner, maybe 2, drink some beer, and call it a night. So, those are my predictions for night 1. Night 2. This night, I think is gonna have a better match quality. It's kind of hard to say that, because if it is Cody Rhodes, I think second Cody will be pretty good. But this is up there. So far, right now, I'd say night 2 is better match quality. Night 1 has more interest, but I think night 2 is gonna have the better matches. So, let's get this out of the way first. Bobby Lashley versus Omos. This match was just announced on Raw. Bobby came back after being gone over a month from the Elimination Chamber I think. So, this was a last-minute match. People didn't know if this was going to happen. Side note, let's on the pre-show. Did they announce anything for the pre-show? I know the Battle Royal is going to be on SmackDown. Ricochet is defending his title on SmackDown. What's on the pre-show? Maybe Finn? I don't know. But that's a side note I just thought about. But Bobby Lashley and Omos, like I said, they just put this together on Monday after Bobby returned. Who I think's gonna win? I think they're building Omos up as a giant. I don't want Bobby to lose, but I think Omos is gonna win. Next, we have the Raw Tag Team titles. RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. I don't know, because I said the Usos are going to lose their title. I think RK Bro is going to retain their title. And this is going to be, I think this will be a really good match. Watch out for this match. This might be a show stealer. Next is Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. I know Gritty is interested in this match. I'm gonna say it's gonna be good because, Sami and Johnny Knoxville, he might be bumping around, but like 3 weeks ago, Johnny took a haluva kick and he missed it. And also, I don't know how many bumps he can take because he had was it a head injury? Brain damage? So, I don't know really what he can do. I don't know what we can expect from this match. But I'm going to pick Johnny Knoxville to win. I think he has a better chance of winning. Next we have Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. It is speculated for a couple weeks now that this was going to be Pat versus Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon. The guy is 70-something years old. He's not gonna wrestle. He might make a appearance during the match, but he's not gonna wrestle. I think this will be a good match. Austin Theory is good. Pat McAfee, he's good. He had matches with Adam Cole and the War Games match, so Pat can go. So this is going to be good. Who I think's going to win? I feel like Austin Theory is going to win. I don't want him to win, but I feel like Austin Theory is going to win. Yeah. The women's tag team titles. Zelina Vega, or Queen Zelina, and Carmella, they're the champions, versus Naomi and Sasha, versus Shayna and Nattie, versus Rhea and Liv. This match is a complete, I don't know what's the word to call it. These teams are just thrown together. Carmella and Zelina were thrown together just to beat Rhea and Nikki Ash. Whatever happened to her, I don't know. They were thrown together. Naomi and Sasha, okay, they have history in Team Bad, but they were kind of thrown together. But they're the team who make the most sense. and Nia Jax got fired. So they just stuck them together. And Rhea and Liv, again, they were just stuck together. They stuck Rhea in another tag team, just like Shayna. They stuck her in another tag team. They need singles pushes, not tag team runs. So, I think Naomi and Sasha are going to win the titles. I think they're going to give it to Sasha again, and she'll be 2-time tag team champs. Zelina and Carmella, I don't know what they've done as champions, but I don't know. I don't want to say this is going to be a clusterfuck, but the women have history. Then they're in like a multi-women match like last year. It was kind of a clusterfuck. So, I don't know. I'm going with Naomi and Sasha. Alright, next is Edge and AJ Styles. This is a dream match, I'm gonna say, because Edge was retired, then AJ came into WWE. So, I'd say this has been a dream match, and it's finally happening. This might be match of the night. Don't overlook this. I think, who do I want to win? I think, this is hard. This is a hard one. What I can say about this WrestleMania, it's hard to pick, because there's matches that could go either way. So it is hard to pick. I'm going to go with Edge. I think Edge is going to win. The build, I don't know about the build to this. I know Edge got new music that I don't like. I like the song, but I don't think the music fits the entrance. I mean, it didn't need to be changed. You think of Edge, and you think of Metalingus, but you start singing it. So, I don't know why they changed it. It's whatever, but I'm going with Edge. So, for the main event of night 2, we got title for title, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. This build has been fun. Paul Heyman has been great. Brock talking is a change, but he looks like he's having fun, talking, because they never let him talk. It was always Heyman talking. But Brock looks like he's having fun, no matter how bad it comes off, he's having fun. Again, Heyman and Roman, they've been doing good. So, title for title, winner gets all. They're unifying the title, or as Brock said, Brock's title and Roman's title are getting married and having a kid. That's what he said. But they're unifying the titles. Let's see. Who do I think is gonna win? I'm gonna have to go with Roman Reigns. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Roman on this one. He's gonna win and take both titles, unify our titles. Now, how long that will last? The unification? I don't know. It could last until Backlash. I think is your next pay-per-view. But I think Roman's gonna win. And that's my predictions for both nights of WrestleMania. Like I said, it's not the greatest card. It's not the worst. There's some interest in here, more on night 1 than night 2, and there's some pretty good matches to look forward to. We got Brock and Roman, we got Edge and Styles, we got the Raw Tag Team title match, I think will be good. Charlotte and Ronda will be good. And Becky and Bianca, I think they're going to be good. So, there's good matches to look forward to. There's interest in the show. That's my predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. You agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know what you're most excited for on this card. If you're watching, let me know. If you're not, let me know. I don't know how I'm going to do my review. I think last year I did a review of night 1 and review of night 2 because doing it all together I think will be too much, so I'm going to break it up. But turn your notifications on so you know that I do. Leave a like if you like the predictions, and have a nice day, guys. Peace.